So sadly, we're saying goodbye to our beautiful cabin here at Lake Lodge Cabins at Yellowstone National Park. But Oliver, we are heading to another national park today, which is Grand Teton National Park, where we'll be spending the night, and maybe we'll see some more of Yellowstone along the way. So come on, Oliver, let's go see if we can find some bison. Okay, looks like we are right in front of something very sulfurous, right from the parking lot. Oliver is very interested. Want to go take a look, Oliver? Okay, take a look. Yeah. So dogs aren't allowed on the trails of Yellowstone, so there's quite a few sites that you won't be able to see with your dog, but there's a lot of sites also that are right by the parking lots, and dogs are allowed in the parking lots, like this one right here called Mud Cauldron. And you can see it sort of bubbling off in the distance like a witch's cauldron. That mud looks pretty hot. We should probably avoid it. Oliver doesn't really like mud to begin with or getting wet, so I think it's a safe bet that he will not be going anywhere near Mud Cauldron. Okay, I'll put you down. And this whole complex is called Mud Volcano. There's so many interesting sites here. Sadly, you can't take your dog to see all of them, but there's something called Dragon's Lair, so we'll show you what that looks like. Wayne and I have both been up to see it. It's pretty incredible. It's this sort of cave in the hillside, and the geothermal activity is actually pushing waves out of the cave along with steam. Oliver, you're never gonna be able to see that because you're a dog. That's okay, you don't like Dragon's Eye anyways. Oliver, down some water. Oliver, let's check out some more random geothermal activity formations. This one's called Black Sand Basin. Look, Oliver, it's so close. It's very close. Doesn't look very appealing, does it, Oliver? Not a nice place to have lunch. I don't think we should have lunch or dinner or breakfast there. You doing okay, Oliver? Are they being overcome by fumes? He seems okay. He's more intrigued by what's over here, which might involve some kind of squirrel. Let's go see. So we are at the Old Faithful Inn eating some huckleberry ice cream. What do you think, Oliver? Do you like huckleberry ice cream? We checked and we made sure that huckleberries are indeed safe for dogs. He really seems to like it. Oh, he's licking it like crazy. That looks really good. So huckleberries are a small berry and they're kind of tart. Oliver, you think it's tart? He also wants some of mine, but I'm actually having butter pecan, so you can't have that, Oliver, because dogs can't eat pecans. How convenient, Oliver says, that I can't have any of Scott's ice cream. Now, you can have some of the huckleberry ice cream that Wayne's eating. Oops. Oh, broke the spoon. Okay, there you go, Oliver. Oliver eating huckleberry ice cream at the Old Faithful Inn in Yellowstone National Park. What a life, Oliver. What a life you have, Oliver. Hamburgers, chicken, and now huckleberry ice cream. She has trouble getting out. Okay. So we're just about to the boundary now of Yellowstone National Park. We are heading now to Grand Teton National Park, which is really close by. Wayne, what were your thoughts about Yellowstone? What did you find surprising? Or what didn't you like different from what you expected about the park?
It was much easier to take Oliver to go see the park than I thought. I knew it was very restrictive, but actually there are a lot of overlooks. So we'd just be driving by and you'd just see this random hot spring right by the road with tons of steam coming out and enveloping the road, and we could pull out and pull to the side. And I enjoyed seeing the bison too.
Yeah, I think we maybe got lucky with the bison, but I think also there's just a lot more bison in Yellowstone National Park than in any other national park. But to see so many and so close was really pretty special. Definitely that was one of my highlights too of Yellowstone.
And Oliver is
Sleeping.
very tired.
Yeah. It was quite a lot of activity, and I think he's sleeping it off today.
Oh, I forgot to mention one thing that actually really surprised me and it's really great were the stars.
Oh, right.
The night sky here is amazing.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's probably the best one I've seen so far. You can see the Milky Way on a clear summer night. It's just so clear. You can just walk out and you'll see it instantly above you, arching above you. It's so obvious. It makes you gasp almost just how bright they were. It makes you realize what you're missing. And yeah, awe-inspiring, almost scary, just how many stars there were.
So, I hopefully we'll have a really great night sky at Grand Teton too. And let's see what the park is like. All right, Oliver, this is our room. Cottage 100 at Jackson Lake Lodge. Oliver, what do you think? Do you like it? Take these up. Okay. So we got 2 beds, big bathroom.
It's a little bit smaller than our Yellowstone cottage.
Little mini kitchen. Yeah, we got a fridge. You want to look in the fridge? Okay, I'll open the fridge for you. We'll put some food in there. It's pretty empty right now. Okay, you can smell the food that used to be there, I guess. Oh, you're gonna be able to get up to the bed? Good job! That was a great job. Yes. I think he just likes clean linens. Yeah? Meets with your approval? 2 paws up. Okay, all right. Let's get the rest of our stuff. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Okay, Oliver, it's time for dinner. Tonight we're having takeout from the restaurant here, which is steak and
chicken for me.
Chicken. That's a lot.
Wow, that's a lot of chicken. And what does Oliver have?
There's a salad,
Oh,
which you
there's
probably won't want.
Oliver's not.
So we'll give you some steak, Oliver, and maybe some vegetables. So apparently we can hear people through the connecting room door, and Oliver's been barking at them. Like we can hear them coughing. So it'd be very quiet. So Oliver, can you eat quietly? You've been very good today. He actually hasn't barked once during dinner, so this is good. Maybe you'll stay quiet. Here you go.
So we are having breakfast out on the patio at the lovely Jackson Lake Lodge, where we spent the night last night here in Grand Teton National Park. Oliver is enjoying this breakfast. Wayne did have to, it was a bit of a logistical challenge, would you say, Wayne, getting breakfast this morning? What did you have to do?
Yeah, it's like they're not quite sure what to do when you have a dog, and so we asked for takeouts, and they were a little bit surprised by that, and so we had to kind of ask for exception to get the takeout boxes to go. So they do allow dogs here, but it seems like they expect you to dine in, so that's a little bit more challenging.
Yeah, and last night for dinner it was the same story. We went hoping to get takeout and they said you had to dine in. So what we did was Wayne actually sat down and ordered the food. And then as soon as it arrived, he's like, oh, could I have that boxed up, please? Like,
Yeah.
I guess I'm not as hungry as I thought I was. And then we brought it back to the room and shared it with Oliver. So it worked out fine. This place is a little bit different from the place we stayed in Yellowstone. How would you describe the differences, Wayne?
Yeah, it's a little bit fancy for our taste.
It's a little bit
too
fancy,
actually. Like, it's obviously an iconic lodge. It's a National Historic Landmark. It's very different from the other national park lodges. It's more modern and feels not as remote. It feels a little suburban. They do have these nice cottages, but there's like grass, it's a lot of cars, there's a lot of activities, a lot of people walking around. It feels like if you didn't know any better, you might think that you were in like Dallas or something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty heavily manicured. It's got kind of a suburban sprawl sort of feel to it. And when we were walking around last night, yeah, it was nice seeing the stars, but we definitely could not see as many stars as we saw in Yellowstone, partly because there were just so many lights on in the whole complex. But yeah, I mean, we don't want to complain too much. It's a perfectly nice place. Oliver liked it. You know, the beds were comfortable, and he seems to be enjoying his ham and bread. What is he having for breakfast?
So ham and toast.
Ham and toast. Ham and toast breakfast. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it, Oliver? I think he's leaving his toast behind, though, and mostly just eating the ham.
Yeah, and I mean, I think obviously the view behind it of the Tetons is really impressive. You can't see it from here, so that's what makes this place special. But I kind of prefer the more summer camp feel of the Yellowstone Lodge that we stayed at.
All right, and our plan for the day today is to head off and see some more of Grand Teton National Park, and from there we're heading to Twin Falls, Idaho, which is a 5-hour drive from here. So we do have quite a bit of time in the car today, sadly, Oliver, but we are going to be able to enjoy the park a little bit this morning. And of course, we're enjoying the ham for breakfast. And this is the reason why the Jackson Lake Lodge is here, this incredible view of the Grand Teton mountain range. Oliver, look at that mountain range. Isn't it beautiful? Where do you think he might be looking? Or maybe he's just looking for squirrels. So this hotel is also a conference center, and right now apparently the world's central bankers have converged here for a conference. We're kind of surrounded by people wearing business suits. Some of them are really interested in talking to Oliver, but a lot of them are actually on their phones conducting very important business. So yeah, it's an interesting place to be right now. Maybe we'll put a proposal together on the agenda, Oliver, to put you on the $5 bill. How does that sound? Would you vote for that? I'd vote for that. And this squirrel definitely has Oliver's attention.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
So this is a historic settlement, now called Mormon Row. I'm sure it wasn't called that at the time. It was a group of LDS settlers who came and dug irrigation ditches and built barns and lived here together for several generations. And now it's all been turned over to parkland. And meanwhile, looming in the distance behind their great settlement was the majestic Grand Teton mountain range. And Oliver is more interested in sniffing these holes. I don't know whether in these holes some kind of small mammal has created them, probably They're big holes, so maybe a mole? Maybe they're mole hills? Or maybe ground squirrels? But Oliver's trying to find out.
Do you think Oliver would like living on a homestead?
Oliver, would you like living on a homestead? He's not sure about the quality of treats, but if there's plenty of beef, and especially beef jerky, he could reconcile himself to that.
And what would he do all day?
He would patrol. He would be out making sure that all the pests were taken care of, I guess.
Doing his rounds.
Doing his rounds.
Like he's doing now.
Yeah.
Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
So we're now sadly saying goodbye to Grand Teton National Park, which was a pretty cool place to spend the day. I thought it was a lot of fun. Wayne, what do you think?
Yeah, it was great. And it was a lot more dog-friendly than Yellowstone, actually. Yellowstone, even a lot of the overlooks, Oliver wasn't even allowed in, even though there were concrete overlooks. Here, there were not as many restrictions, so we could do the scenic loop, and there were lots of nice overlooks of views of the Tetons, and Oliver could do it. And it's a small park. You can easily do it in about a half day if you're rushing through everything like we are. We do have to drive 5 hours to Twin Falls, Idaho today, so we didn't get to spend a longer time, but you obviously could do a lot more.
And now we've just passed the park boundary, so we are heading now to Jackson for lunch, maybe? I wonder where are we going to have lunch?
We had a big breakfast.
We had a big breakfast. We'll stop somewhere for lunch on the way to Twin Falls, Idaho. It's about a 5-hour drive, so we're probably going to get there around nightfall. So we'll take some breaks so Oliver can get out and relax a little bit. And yeah, we'll show you the rest of today's journey. Hey Oliver, look, we're in Idaho.
Okay, we made it. We finally made it to Twin Falls. And
Culver's.
got some dinner.
We got dinner.
Oliver already had some french fries.
He's
And
already had some.
all our stuff. So let's go up to the room, Oliver. Come on. Let's go. Okay. Let's start to push. Okay, Oliver. Here's our room. Oh, he's very happy. Yeah, that's the TV. Okay. Right. Oh, yeah, that's really good. Okay, take up your coat. Take up your coat.
I thought that for any device might be helpful in this situation. It's been a long 5 hours in the car. Oliver needs a stress reliever. Oh yeah.
It's ferocious.
Poor Bernie.
Savage.
Yes.
Never seen Oliver do this.
Yeah, I've never quite seen Oliver do this with a toy. Really flinging Bernie around. You come to bed? All right, good job. Yeah. Okay, that's much better. That's much better. Okay, we got burgers.
Okay, Oliver. Let's have some dinner.
Yeah, time for
Yes.
dinner.
It's your favorite. Have dinner.
Time for dinner, Oliver.
Ready?